Well, COVID-19 has affected millions of businesses in a million different ways. Today, we talked to the owner of the Kenda Drive-in movie theater in Marshall, Arkansas, Kenda Dearing. This family-run operation has survived the pandemic. We hear some of the secrets of their business success as part of our Arkansas series presented by First Security Bank. Were you able to do some other things besides just show drive-in movies that you
Sure.
weren't doing before then?
Well, we had already, we branched out a little bit. Concerts, of course, both live and recorded became a big deal at the drive-ins. We opted out of the recorded concerts because those just don't have the right feel. But we did a lot of live concerts, some through Awakening Events, which is a Christian artist promoter. And then we did one of our own with a local guy, a country concert. And we're still kind of looking at doing possibly some more of those in the future. We did graduations, high school graduations. We did a wedding, which was probably the most unique thing, I guess, that we did. But yes, lots of different things because all of a sudden people needed to be outside. And we had the ability to video, to shoot video feed to our screen. So you could do an event like a wedding, video that straight and live stream it to the screen, and everyone could see it without being, close to each other and in any kind of danger.
So tell me what you do have in store. We still are obviously dealing with this pandemic. So
Yeah.
what's business as usual for you like now on a somewhat daily or a weekly basis?
It actually doesn't look much different from if you go backwards a couple of years ago. It doesn't look much different. Our concession has changed. I've said throughout this that we're going to find out a lot of things about running businesses. I think we have discovered that things that we think outside the box. And that's not just drive-ins, but I think that's true for businesses in general. And I think that we've discovered that there are things that work that we might not have tried before COVID. Before our concession line, you came into the concession, our line could get super, super long, but you waited in that line. People were very tight and close together. And now we've gone to an online ordering system. So we still have a walk-up window, but our lobby is closed, which gives us a lot more room inside. And you can place an online order. You wait in your car, you wait with your family, you watch the movie, you play Frisbee or whatever before the movie starts, and you get a text when your movie, when your food's ready, and people love it. I don't think we could ever go back to doing business as usual that way.
Maybe speak a little bit more broadly, just as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, what do you think is the right type of mentality for someone to be able to cope with all of these circumstances? You already, when you're in small business, you're always having to adapt on a daily basis anyway, but this is just even a bigger curveball with the pandemic.
You've just got to roll with it. I mean, our business has adapted and changed. Drive-ins, if you look at the heyday of drive-ins in the 50s, we opened in 66. So the 60s, drive-ins were big. They were huge. By the early middle 80s, VCRs came into play and drive-ins took a huge hit. If you look at the number of drive-ins that were being built and the number of drive-ins that were going under and so forth, you'll see that in the 80s, the drive-in numbers just started to plummet. We survived that. It was not easy. I remember my parents having, it was a struggle. And so then the digital came around, we're sailing along, and then all of a sudden, hey, you got to go digital. And that was a major investment for everybody. So you just you look at your business plan and you figure out, how are we going to afford this, and how are we going to adapt and change to meet those needs, and then you move forward. And we're going to have to approach this the same way. Our movie's going to be live streamed forever, streamed simultaneously forever. I don't know. If they are, then we've got to provide our patrons with an experience that they can't get at home. So it's just continuing to move your business plan to meet the ever-changing needs of the patrons and of the industry.